hooked Angel Reese's ass last night. 8 of 13, 61.5%, 26 points in 25 minutes and 53 seconds. She scored 26 in 26 minutes.
Player focused on personal stats faces a team dedicated to winning. The outcome can be eye-opening. On May 10th, we saw this dynamic in action. Napheesa Collier and the Minnesota Lynx shut down Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky's. Strategy? Limiting Reese to only 3 rebounds and 10 points in 25 minutes on the court. It was a clear demonstration of how team effort can overpower individual performance.
Preseason part 2, let's get it! What they say about layups, harder than nuclear physics. Bang! She's a point forward now, and nobody's more excited than opposing defenses. Time for the vintage underhand scoopity shot from 3 feet. Yep, there it is. Bang!
This wasn't just another preseason game. It was a glimpse into what happens when the focus moves from social media to actual basketball. Did the Lynx expose Reese's double-double streak as overrated? What does Reese's new coach think about her role on the team? Stick around as we break down the game footage, how Collier dominated Reese, the shocking aftermath, and whether people are tuning in for Reese's performance. If you find it amusing watching Reese miss layups, drop a baby giraffe in the comments below. Let's dive in.
Angel Reese fans are going to be happy because she's playing away from the rim, a long way away from the rim, and those rebound numbers and those double-doubles are about to take a back seat. So guess what? Padding the stats is not going to work.
Before the May 10th matchup, Angel Reese exuded confidence, posting about her readiness to dominate and claiming she wasn't used to losing. However, when she went up against Napheesa Collier and the Minnesota Lynx, reality hit hard. The self-proclaimed rebounding machine managed just 3 rebounds in 25 minutes of play. No, that's not a typo. 3 rebounds from a player who built her entire reputation on grabbing her own missed shots off the glass.
Away the farm, but Angel was 2 of 8 from the field. 2 of 8 from the field. 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 10 points.
Game footage clearly shows how Collier broke down Reese's game. From the very first possession, Collier used her body to establish position, boxing Reese out rather than relying on the over-the-top moves Reese used in college. Reese quickly found herself struggling against a defender who had perfect timing and positioning. In the second quarter, there's a key sequence where Reese attempted 3 times to get deep post position, but each time, Collier denied the entry pass, pushing Reese further from the basket. When Reese finally received the ball, Collier's defensive footwork forced her into an awkward off-balance shot that clanked off the rim. No rebound, no second chance points.
The McDonald's sponsoring the first ever fry cook in the WNBA. Bag work is off the dollar menu, man. What is this junk? Bang! Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and most importantly, Mother Teresa, Mother Nature, and Mother 2. I'm watching because of me too. Bang! Did you know a croissant's most important ingredient is butter? Yes, butter.
Look at these stats. This was some first quarter action. 5 points, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 for 4 from the field. Missed drive layup, missed 6 foot, leading taking 2. Missed drive, lead taking layup. It's going to be another one of those years, folks.
Lynx's team defense also deserves recognition. Whenever Reese did manage to get the ball, help defenders quickly swarmed, forcing her into tough shots or difficult passes. The Sky's second quarter was especially brutal, as they shot just 25% from the field, with only 4 made baskets. Meanwhile, the Lynx put up 23 points, taking a 48-42 lead into halftime.
God, 26-5. Absolutely crazy. Okay, the lack of practice or fatigue from her social life is showing itself with Angel Reese. She's doing a lot of watching and slow on defense. Also not communicating. She literally stood there and watched Fee backdoor to the rim for a layup from a pass.
His first half was especially revealing. She attempted only 3 shots and missed them all, with her only points coming from free throws. This wasn't just an off night. It was a complete neutralization of her game by a superior defender and team. While Reese struggled to make any impact, Collier dominated on both ends. She finished with 26 points on an efficient 8 of 13 shooting, in just under 26 minutes adding 5 rebounds, a steal, and a block. It was clear who the better player was that night. Collier showcased why she's an MVP candidate, while Reese appeared to still be adjusting to professional basketball. Interview 1.
Caitlin Clark has 0 free throw attempts. Did the refs swallow the whistle? Well, Angel's got 30. Who has the special whistle again? Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I remember Angel Reese talking about they must have a special whistle out there. Yeah, this person says, my brain genuinely hurts watching.
Social media suggested that the Lynx figured out how to stop Angel Reese, and the evidence backs up this claim. By neutralizing her rebounding advantages, Collier exposed the limitations in Reese's overall game. Without those second-chance points and putbacks, Reese's offensive impact virtually disappeared.
If I'm being honest, is Angel headed towards a 12-point, 6 rebound, 4 assist kind of season? In other words, being a character actor and not the superstar of this team?
To his credit, she did show some playmaking ability by recording 5 assists, hinting that she's working to expand her game beyond the typical power forward role. However, when your main strengths are shut down this completely, it raises valid concerns about your overall effectiveness at the pro level.
And look, Angel had a real nice assist last night.
For efficiency.
I'm not going to lie.
Off
Here
the
we
miss.
go right here down the court.
Tia Nurse
Looks like maybe
pushes
Nurse
the pace
with
up
the ball
for Chicago.
down to Reese.
Top of the
Look
key,
at
it's
this
Reese. Bounce pass,
right in there for a layup.
Rachel Banham with the cut. Off the nice pass from
Rachel
Reese.
that was nice. It was nice, no doubt.
This wasn't just a rough night for Reese. It was a clear blueprint for how to shut her down. Collier proved that smart positioning, high basketball IQ, and disciplined team defense can completely neutralize Reese's physical edge. With her on-court dominance now in question, some of Reese's bold off-court statements are also drawing attention. She once said, "People watch women's basketball because of me too," claiming she's a major reason fans tune in. After being drafted by the Chicago Sky, Reese told reporters, "Yeah, the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too." Bold words from a rookie, but with performances like this, it's fair to ask, do the numbers actually support that claim? And if she's really the main draw, why aren't fans packing the stands at her games? Interview.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
People watch women's basketball for me too. That's what Angel Reese told reporters after being drafted by the Chicago Sky. Bold words from a newcomer, especially one claiming to be the main reason people watch women's basketball. But do the numbers back this up?
We're going to find out very quickly who amongst the Chicago Sky fans are really and truly basketball fans, or are they Angel Reese, the content creator fans? Because, and you got some of those folks obviously tuning in for basketball, but is it because of Angel Reese or for the best interest of the Chicago Sky team and you want to see them win ball games?
Let's look at the numbers. Reese's much-hyped homecoming game at LSU brought in only 6,300 fans in a 13,000-seat arena, less than half full. Think about that. This was her big return to the campus where she won a national championship, yet thousands of seats stayed empty. Things in Chicago haven't been much better. Despite being the hometown star for the Sky, their preseason home game drew just 4,600 fans, an unexpectedly low turnout for a major market like Chicago. Even when the Sky faced the Lynx in Minnesota, with Reese fellow sophomore Camila Cardoso and MVP candidate Napheesa Collier all sharing the court, attendance peaked at just 7,600. The hype isn't translating to packed arenas.
Angel Reese's mom taking to X to tweet this after all of the hullabaloo about Caitlin Clark and the high ratings. She says, oh, that certain fan base looking in the stands celebrating attendance, while others are looking up in the rafters celebrating championship banners. We ain't the same. Different year, same haters. Have a great day. Well, all right. It is a different year, and it is the same haters, but I think you're calling yourself out.
These numbers aren't just disappointing. They directly contradict Reese's claims about her star power. If she's truly the one bringing fans to women's basketball, why are so many seats empty at her games? The contrast with Caitlin Clark is impossible to ignore. Clark's preseason game in Iowa sold out in just 27 minutes. Not 27 days, not 27 hours, just 27 minutes. That's what real drawing power looks like. When Clark played Brazil in a preseason matchup, the game pulled in 1.3 million viewers on ESPN, outperforming 55 out of 57 NBA preseason games aired since 2010. That's the kind of attention that shifts the spotlight.
To put this into context, 1.3 million. You may say, well, you know, what does that really mean? What does a game ordinarily get? Listen to this. Only 2 of ESPN's 57 NBA preseason games that they've aired since 2010 have scored a higher rating than Caitlin Clark taking Brazil to the woodshed and laying it to them out there. In both of the NBA games that rated higher involved LeBron.
The WNBA is actively moving Caitlin Clark's games to larger venues just to keep up with the massive demand. Teams across the league are scrambling to secure bigger arenas whenever she's scheduled to play. Meanwhile, Reese's games are having trouble filling even half the seats. This clear pattern highlights a key difference between social media popularity and real-world marketability. Reese may have millions of followers and dominate online conversations with her trash talk and viral moments, but when it comes to the true test of a sports star, putting fans in seats, the numbers don't lie. The results speak for themselves.
So apparently Caitlin Clark playing against a bunch of people you've never heard of, and I can't imagine how bad this Brazil team is. That actually rates higher than 55 of 57 NBA preseason games that they've aired. If you want to know how popular Caitlin Clark is, if you're wondering if any of the mania has worn off, the early indications for year 2 of Caitlin Clark as a professional is that no, our public has by no means gotten enough of this young woman's talent just yet.
The upcoming season opener between Reese's Sky and Clark's Fever will be a major reality check.